Spencer's here for InsideTrackNews.com. I'm here post-race at Ohsweken Speedway, season opener with a very happy Mack Deman. I'm going to ask, we didn't go over this off camera, where'd you finish tonight in the crate sprint car feature?
I believe I finished 10th or 11th out of 12, but you know, everyone was so equal tonight, and when you got guys like Ryan Hunzinger finishing 9th, I'm more than happy with that.
First night on the job, I was there when you climbed out of the car after your first heat race, and all you could do was stare at me and say, these things are fun.
Yeah.
You know, it was your first reaction. I mean, is this just wildly different from anything else you've raced in your career so far?
It really is. Just the amount of downforce and the amount of body roll and just being flat foot going into a corner instead of lifting is a completely different mindset, and you really got to teach yourself a whole new style of racing and forget everything you know about asphalt and just watch videos and try and do it the guys who have lots of years doing it.
Now, I've seen you wheel that TQ Can-Am midget for a long time, and you have to have a certain level of fearlessness in you to wheel one of those cars, and you're able to do it with some of the best in the world when it comes to a TQ midget. When you were getting ready for the crate sprint car, you sort of communicated that you were a little bit worried, you were a little apprehensive to get behind the wheel of one of these cars. Why is that? I mean, you're already so close to being on the edge in a TQ. Why were you worried to climb into a crate sprint car?
On a TQ, you're hooked up. It's asphalt. There's lots of downforce. You barely move the wheel. But on dirt, I mean, you see there's so much suspension travel. If you hit a rut, you flip. If you get a little contact with a guy, you can flip. And when you flip hard because all the weight is so high and centered. It's not really like a TQ. So I guess getting into it, I was a little worried about writing off the freaking new car, but I mean, the harder you drive and the more downforce it has, the better the car works. So now that I've got that figured out, I think we should be able to put together some solid runs.
Now, you mentioned tonight, the way the track was tonight, I mean, you were just hammered down, foot to the floor all the way around?
Yep, the whole night. About lap 2, Hunzinger passed me, and I just said, fuck it, try and keep up with him. And kept my foot to the floor, and that was it for the last 15 laps. And I mean, you can't really pass anyone without them making a mistake. I mean, you throw it to the bottom, throw it to the top. Without the guys screwing up on a night like that where the track's so hooked up, you can't gain spots.
And that sort of parity that we saw tonight really seems like it's going to be the name of the game this season, that you're really going to need to do something spectacular to catch that car in front of you. I mean, knowing that, how do you need to adjust your driving style to get ready for night 2, knowing now what you know after your opening night?
I know that every corner of every lap you got to dig for every 10th. You can't, okay, I'm going to follow this guy through the corner. No, if he goes high, you're going low. If he goes low, you're going high. And there's just, I guess in TQ midgets, from all my years, I've learned how to pass guys easily. Now I've got to relearn how to pass guys. So it's going to take some time, but I mean, I've got a great car, great crew, and we're going to have some fun this year.
Obviously, none of this happens. You mentioned like the crew behind the scenes, the marketing partners. Thank the folks that are going to make this dream season happen for you, because I know you're going to have an absolute blast racing here on Friday night, so thank the folks that make it happen.
Well, Bar Motorsports is a family. These guys run out of London, and they put the car together for me, and they pretty much asked me to drive it for them for free. So, I mean, I couldn't do it without the whole Bar family. Lucas Oil's been with me for 9 years, and of course they came back on board this year. Such a great short track racing sponsor. And we got Velocity Signs, who did the decals on the car. Campbell Metals out of London. They have always supported us. We got a brand new ATV push vehicle from Fast Track Performance this year. And we've got Paragon Collision painted the car for free for us in Cambridge. And just all the track sponsors with Ohsweken, Strickland's, everyone who helps help get this class together and helps get us on the track every week.
Where can we follow you on social media?
Mack Deman all the way through.
There you go, folks. You're probably the only Mack Deman in the world. So if you find him on Twitter, it's probably the right guy. I mean, it's going to be a big weekend. You get to bring the TQ out tomorrow at sunset. We'll check back in with you tomorrow, and then we'll also see you right back here at the Big O on week number 2 next Friday.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you so much for the time.